Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Elden Ring OP guide. Today we'll be going through Stormveil Castle and Raya Lucaria. If you haven't been following along, I recommend you go back and watch the first guide, as it will help you get to this point. Enjoy! So, just to summarize what we did last time, got the Bloodhound's Fang and leveled it up to +4, and then we defeated Margit the Fell Omen, and we beat the dragon at Fort Faroth twice. So now, this is Stormveil Castle, and you can't go through the main gate just yet. You have to go speak to somebody named Godrick.
Come over it. It's tightly got. Try the guards.
So he's telling us not to use the side entrance, but we're gonna say we'll use the main gate. And then we'll go over here and stand in front of it.
Open the gates.
Then Godrick will tell them to open the gates, and this will now be open. So what we're going to want to do now is heal him, which we can do with the Ash of War and heavy attacks. And why we did that is because as you go through this area, when you die, he will steal a portion of your runes, so that when you go back and collect them, there will be less than what you died with. So that bird is going to try and get us. So we're just going to run past here and get this grace. And then it's fine, we'll rest of the grace. Oh, we can level up. I'll put another point into strength. And then I think this way is probably easier if you've just started the game. So we'll take the side way. We are way over leveled for this area, so we shouldn't really have any troubles getting through. There is a weapon back there, but I don't think we need it. This guy's gonna throw a bomb. I'll just go past. And then, now, we need a key to get through that door back there. So we'll destroy these barrels. Get this guy as well. And up here, be careful. Pretty sure there was an enemy here. Okay, that's my bad. Go through this door, and there is a banished knight in here, so we have to be careful. It's right here. We'll just use some attacks, obviously. So you can finish him off just like that, and then in this chest over here, there will be the curved sword talisman, and then over here we can get the rusty key. Now we're going to want to go back down this area. Over to this door. Be careful here. We'll pick up the silver pickled fowl and go up the side of the tower. There should be more banished knights up here, so just be careful. We can just run past all of them to make it to the grace in here. Now we're going to want to rest at the grace. And now, we're going to want to collect our second talisman that we're going to be using. So we're going to want to go up these stairs and over here. All the way around this until we see the other door. And then we'll get on these sandbags over here and over to here. Then we're going to jump across over here and then jump down. Try and hit this bird. Okay, I couldn't. Just going to jump over here and then climb up this pillar. Around this ledge over to here. So first thing that we're going to want to do is clear out all the enemies here. So that they don't shoot at us and knock us off the ladder. Now we have the Claw Talisman. We're going to go into our inventory and equip it. Then we're going to fast travel back to the Rampart Tower. We're going to want to go outside and down here. Try and dodge roll to avoid all these birds that throw flaming barrels for some reason. Gonna want to go down this ladder, taking out these two enemies. And then over here. In here we can talk to Rogia.
The pleasure's mine. I'm looking when I'm not hot, but enough about this place. Not exactly a... I see. You can see. Well, I'm tiny, but still, I'm privy to... Would you care to learn one? As a fellow
So we're not going to want to pick up anything here, but we can talk to him later and progress his quest line to a point where he will give us a fairly good set of armor. We're going to want to go through here, and there will be a grafted scion down here, so we are not going to want to mess with him. We can get a pretty cool item here, which is the Mimic's Veil. And what this does is when we use it, it'll teleport us, transform us into something else, which is pretty cool. And you can like hide in your surroundings. I think there's an axe here. And we're just going to run straight past the Grafted Scion and out this door. Now we've made it to the courtyard. Make sure you heal and run past all these enemies up to those stairs and to the left. Be careful of this ogre. Make sure you spam to get this grace, because this dog will chase you. And then you can either take on these enemies, or if you die, it won't matter, because you will be spawned back at that grace, where you can just get your runes. Okay. Now we'll rest. And now we're in the home stretch. We've just got to get over here. So there's more birds. These ones breathe fire, I think. Yep. We are just want to go over here to get the golden seed, and then we're going to go up to the left. Make sure you pick up this Trina's lily, as that flower creates sleep-related items. And for an easier way to defeat a certain boss later, you're going to want to craft some sleep pots. Just rest here. And rest. We will add another charge to our flask. And then go in. So this part is a spoiler. So if you do want to fight this boss on your own, which I recommend you do, just skip to the next timestamp in the description.
Mighty dragon, thou art a true born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well. Lowly tarnished, plain as a lord. I command thee, kneel! I am the lord of all that is golden.
So this is Godrick the Grafted. And he is a fairly easy boss fight. Most people think that he is easier than Margit himself. Make sure you get out of the way as he's doing something to his arm. And this will begin his second phase.
Truest of dragons, lend me thy strength.
Okay, and this fight is probably easier than the first one. You get in when he does his big attack, and just smack him. Wow, I'm really not playing well. So I was playing terribly there and I still beat him, so you should be able to do him in the first couple of attempts.
To our home, bathed in rays of gold.
Cool. So now we can level up a few times. I'm gonna keep putting everything into strength. And now we can go to the Table of Lost Grace. And we're gonna want to go over this way to the two fingers. Now I'm pretty sure you can interact with them. And they do nothing. But you want to talk to this person.
You've done well. I interpret the words of the fingers, envoys to the greater will. Look there. The fingers tremble to welcome you, Shadbear. Let them.
So I think she's just crazy. Well, this whole game is crazy. There's two giant fingers. So we're just going to talk to her again. And she will speak about the remembrance that we just got. So we can talk about great runes.
Godrick, the
and we can receive Power of Remembrance. Now, when you defeat major bosses, you will get remembrances, and then you can exchange those to Enya for weapons or spells or even talismans. So these ones aren't what we want really, so we're just going to leave them. But if you do find this interesting and you do want to try them out, feel free to. From the Layscar Ruins, we are going to want to backtrack a little bit to a waypoint. Oh, sorry. We're going to want to come over here to this teleporter. A Royal Revenant will spawn, but we can just run past it. And now we're here at the front entrance of Raya Lucaria. So we're going to want to get this Site of Grace. And over here there is a map. If we go to our inventory, over to this map once. Okay, here. Examine it using X, and it will show us on the map where the key is. So if we look on our map, that's the castle, and this is where it is. So we're going to put a marker on it, and go over to there. So one way that we can get down quickly is just going over here and jumping. We'll lose the slightest amount of health, but we won't have to take a whole detour. Now we're going to run over to another to be allowed entry to Radagon. You can see that there is a giant dragon guarding this key, but we don't have to defeat him or even interact with him. You just go pick up this item and go around. I'm actually not sure how far you have to be. I don't know what he's attacking. Anyway, we're just gonna go back to the South Raya Lucaria gate and interact with this wall. Now we can start progressing through Raya Lucaria. So as we get up to this main door, there will be two wizards, I'd like to say, spamming spells. So we just have to go through them and open the door. Iframes will protect us. And be careful of these marionette soldiers. Go get this grace. And then I just want to avoid these guys and start running. Try not to get grabbed by those guys, as they will take away your health and magic, I believe. So we're just going to continue through this area, going around. And then we're going to want to go up this elevator by jumping onto a platform. Then we can just jump off here. can go inside here and get the Site of Grace. Then we're going to want to continue up, and we can defeat these enemies, or you can leave them. Doesn't matter all too much. Turn right, and then up the staircase. Now in here is Radagon's wolf. Going in, summoning these stupid wolves. There we go. As soon as you have the wolves to tank aggro, this fight really just becomes a joke. But it was a joke to begin with. Yeah. There's not really much to say about that fight. So now, there's one thing we're going to want to do in this courtyard before fighting the next and final boss of this area, which is going around here to get the golden seed. Okay, this guy's just tracking me. So we need to get up to that bridge, which we can do by jumping onto this pillar and jumping onto this one. There is a giant bowl that starts coming, so we're going to want to go over to here and then just continue running up here. So right and then left. And then over here, this is Moongrum. He sucks. We can take this elevator up, and if he is on it, then he will jump down and oh my goodness, what? Okay. Well, that's kind of the idea. If he doesn't fall off to his death from there, from trying to get you off the elevator, then you can just knock him off. Alrighty. I actually want this over here. So this is Rennala, and this first fight is extremely easy, but then the second fight there are a few tips that you will want to know.
Hush, little Calva. I'll soon birth thee anew, a sweeting, fresh and pure.
So what we're going to want to do in this fight is find the enemies with the bubble around them and just hitting them. We'll take it off. And now Rennala will actually fall to the floor, but we can get a good amount of hits in. if you do it quick enough, you can one cycle her and go straight into the second phase.
My beloved, have no fear. I will hold thee. Patience. Ye will be countless born, forever and ever.
Upon my name as Rani the Witch. Mother's rich slumber shall not be disturbed by thee. Foul trespasser. Send word far and wide. Of the last queen of Caria, Rennala of the full moon.
So the first thing she's gonna do is cast Comet Azul.
And the majesty of the night she conjureth.
So we're gonna run straight towards her and then charge up a heavy attack. Now we should have gotten that.
Thy fate lieth under my rule.
Okay. So we're actually gonna heal this time. Okay. And with that, Rennala has gone down. Obviously, that would be way easier with the wolves. But this, I don't know why I'm like struggling with this. I haven't played Elden Ring in a while, but I've been playing Night Rain, so I don't know what the deal is.
Where did he flee, my sweetings?
So now, throughout the game we can get larval tears, and as we use them, as we get them, we can come back to Rennala and cash them in for a chance to realign all of our stats. So if I had one right now, I could give one to her and put all of my points into vigor, or all of my points into like vigor and strength instead of dexterity and endurance, if I wanted to swap up my build. So that's basically what happens with that. And I think this is where I'm going to finish my part 2 to my OP guide of Elden Ring. So if you did enjoy this, please subscribe, helps me out a lot, and it is free. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.